I can vouch for decades or more, for a decade or more. And there's people that say decades. And I think personally um, that it came with the age. I think the technology has existed far longer, as far as like the satellite technology and like, everybody that was dealing with like waves and electricity and stuff and broadcast things back in the late 18s and early 1900s, they pretty much got it all worked out. They figured out a lot of that stuff and most of it. But, um, the internet and all of that stuff is what made it accessible to a normal person, to be able to connect to an interface online that is linked up to this satellite broadcast system to make it feasible to use. So if you were somebody that was using neural monitoring shortly after Sputnik and all the rest of the satellites to follow, then you would have had to, at that point, been like a special agent in a bunker somewhere full of high tech equipment to be able to access any of that. I mean, it's hardly computer existing. They were, but they were like bigger than a car or something. But I mean, the thing is, like in the 90s, the internet came about for like personal users and like laptops started coming out. And by the 2000s, uh, they were starting to be more common. And at that point, I think some of the old schoolers and maybe the satellite people were starting to get into neural monitoring. And then um, later on, as it started to be more like smartphones, and then the younger people started to get access and get it from the older people, and it just started getting passed around more, and it was becoming easily accessible through smartphones and mobile computers and just becoming more advanced with the programs and the different applications that people were making to be able to use with this broadcast system. And so all of that is developed up a lot. And it's probably been going on publicly since the 90s. And then it's grown from there. But it really blew up around the smartphone era, maybe around the late 2000s, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, that range. And then I think it started to happen to me in 12 or 13. It might have already been going on and I just was unaware. But I became aware of it in 2013, and that was 11 years ago. And